Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be solving radical equations. You will need to have our thinking caps on because we are going to have to apply our knowledge of roots and exponents to solve these equations. Alright? So thinking caps, notes, pen and or pencil, and some kind of calculator will be needed. Alright, please do not write this down, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't need to be written down, okay? When we are solving the equations, our goal is to get the x variable alone, alright? We're using inverse operations, so adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing, square root and square, cube and cube root. Alright, make sure also we are going to be checking all of our solutions so that we know that we got the right answer. Alright, here we go. We have 4 examples tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes example number 1. Make sure you have all these examples written down, alright? So you should have 4 examples written in our notes today. To solve this, all we're going to do, add 9 on both sides. So I'm going to get the cube root of x equals 8. Now, to get rid of the cube root, we're going to cube, so those will cancel. Cube this side, x is going to equal 512. Now that we have our answer, we are going to check our answer. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be checking all of our answers. So, let's just write down check right here, plug it into our original problem right here. The cube root of 8 minus 9 equals -1. The cube root of 8 is, the cube root of 512 is 8, and 8 minus 9 equals -1. -1 equals -1. Correct. Life is good. We got the correct answer. Moving on to example number 2. Solve this one. First thing we have to do is get rid of this plus 7. So we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. And we're going to get 2 times the cube root of x minus 3 equals 4. Now we have to get rid of what we're multiplying right here. So we're going to get rid of this 2 by dividing both sides by 2. Here they cancel. I'm left with the cube root of x minus 3 equals 2. Now to get rid of this cube root, I'm going to cube both sides. Those cancel out. I get x minus 3 equals 8. Finish this one off. We're going to add 3 to both sides. So x equals 11. Now we know our answer. Now we need to check our answer. So over here we're going to write check. Plug it into our original problem. So I have 2 times the cube root of 11 minus 3 plus 7 equals 11. 2 times the cube root of 8 plus 7 equals 11. The cube root of 8 is 2. So 2 times 2 right here is 4 plus 7 must equal 11. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, 11 does equal 11. So this is correct. We got the correct answer. So we're moving on to example number 3. Here comes example number 3. Now this one looks a little bit different. If we see we have cube roots on both sides. So in order to get rid of them on both sides, we're going to take both sides and cube them. Now, since both sides have the cube root, they're both going to cancel out for us. So we're going to be left with 2x plus 3 equals x minus 1, and we are going to solve this for x. I personally like to get my x's on the same side right away, so I'm going to subtract x right here. And I will get x plus 3 equals -1. Continue to solve this. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. X equals -4. Now, to guarantee that we are correct, we, yes, are going to check our answer once again. So, we're going to check this one, plug it into the original problem. This original problem, we have cube root of 2 times -4 plus 3 equals the cube root of -4 minus 1. Over here, we're going to get The cube root of negative 8 plus 3 equals the cube root of negative 5. Can continue to simplify over here. I'm going to get the cube root of negative 5 equals the cube root of negative 5. They are the same, and we can have negatives instead of our cube roots. So this is correct. End of example number 3. Alright, moving on to our final example, ladies and gentlemen. This one we have to think about a little bit. We got a little caution sign here. We do have to get rid of our square root first. So we are going to square both sides. But, ladies and gentlemen, compared to the last one we just did, it is very important. These cancel. But when we square this over here, right here, we have to multiply it times itself. So we're going to rewrite this as x plus 1 times x plus 1 equals 7x plus 15. Now we're going to go through and solve this. We need to distribute. Okay, make sure we're distributing. So x times x squared plus x plus 1 equals 7x plus 15. Combine like terms. So I'm going to get x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 7x plus 15. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's where this big caution sign comes into play. This right here, we have an x squared and we have an x. So we can't just solve. We have to get these to the same side. So I'm going to subtract 7x and I'm going to subtract 15. So subtract 7x, subtract 15. I'm going to get x squared minus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we get this far, we are not done. We have to solve it. If it looks like this, yes, if you recall back from a while ago, we are going to be factoring. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take this problem that we just had and we're going to factor it using the AC method. So we have A times C has set up to B. Now remember, this is A, this is B, and this is C. So I'm going to take 1 times negative 14, and it has set up to negative 5. So negative 14. Two factors of negative 14 that up to negative 5. Negative 7 plus 2 equals 5. So I'm going to rewrite my problem as x squared minus 7x plus 2x minus 14 equals 0. Once I have this done, I get to put it into my box. So here's my box here. We're going to plug it in. X squared minus 7x. 2x minus 14. Remember, we're going to take the greatest common factor. So greatest common factor here is 2. Greatest common factor here, here is x, here it's x, and here it's negative 7. Now we're still not done. We need to set them equal to 0 and solve. So x plus 2 equals 0, and x minus 7 equals 0. Here we'll subtract 2 on both sides, so I get x equals negative 2. That's one possible solution. And add 7 on both sides here, and x equals 7. That's another possible solution. But it's very important, as we recall back to the last 3, that we check our solutions. So we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to check both of our solutions. We're going to check negative 2, and we're going to check 7. So let's plug in negative 2 first into our original problem. So I have negative 2 plus 1 equals the square root of 7 times negative 2 plus 15. Over here I get negative 1 equals the square root of negative 14 plus 15. Negative 1 equals the square root of 1. Negative 1 equals 1. No! So this is not a solution. So negative 2 is not a solution. But we can check, make sure C of 7 is a solution. So we're going to have 7 plus 1 equals the square root of 7 times 7 plus 15. 8 equals the square root of 49 plus 15. 8 equals the square root of 64. And 8 indeed equals 8. So we are happy. 7 is a solution. But it's very important. Not negative 2 is not. All right, ladies and gentlemen? That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy your day, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.